Hello, and welcome to day 3 of Black BookTube is Reading. I'm Lisa, and this is my channel, The Story Never Ends. So, on day 2, I shared with you that today I'd be discussing my book club meeting. I am an admin of Black Girls Who Read, Dallas South location. Black Girls Who Read is a national book club where we have chapters throughout the country. Guys, reading for me, I usually do it by myself, whether it's audio books, whether it's reading physical books, or even reading on my iPad. And what I found myself doing after reading was wanting to have someone to talk about the book with. A lot of times when people watch certain reality TV shows or certain series, they are just on social media chatting it up, and they have a community. They have pages where they discuss these different television shows, and that's what book clubs offer readers, is a community to discuss the books we're reading, to discuss life, to have solidarity, right? Oftentimes when you're solo reading, if your friend isn't reading the same book as you cannot call her up and say, let me tell you what just happened in this book. Because she's going to be like, girl, I don't even read like that. So, Black Girls Who Read is that type of book club that offers the opportunity for community. When we met today, one of the things that was a common thread was how so many of the women who were participating were just seeking community. They loved reading, but they wanted to have other women that they could discuss their love of reading with. And we're talking about women from all stages and walks of life, and our commonality being books, our love for books at that. So, my role with Black Girls Who Read Dallas South admin is just being a part of that book community, helping navigate and organize and coordinate our book club meetups. We met today at Pan African Connection Bookstore, and it was an amazing time. We had about 15 women come, and it's Father's Day. So first, let me also stop and say happy Father's Day to the amazing fathers um, who, whether you're a reader, whether you're reading bedtime stories to your children, um, whether you read on your own, happy Father's Day, guys. Thank you for all that you do as fathers. I want to say happy Father's Day to my father. Happy Father's Day to my brothers, my uncles, cousins, and my son, who is a father who made me the nana that I am and get to be. So happy Father's Day. Now, back to the community and importance of book clubs. For Black Girls Who Read South, we have monthly book club meetups, and we choose a random book, and we try to give a variety of opportunities for different genres because we are not genre specific. We actually want to open up our reading palette per se. I haven't yet gotten into science fiction or fantasy, but it is something that I'm open to reading. One of the things that I really love about the Black Girls Who Read book club, when we meet, some of the conversations that we have might stem from the story, but they aren't just all about the book itself. And you get to hear one of the things that was said today. I want to make sure I quote this correctly. One of the questions I asked about the book that we were reviewing, which was An American Marriage by T.R.A. Jones, was who do we think the villain was, right? And one of the participants said, there aren't any villains in the story. There are just people who are experiencing and navigating life in different ways. And I thought that that was something like important, right? Because oftentimes we're like, there's a villain, there's a protagonist. We have all these labels for the characters in the book. But at the end of the day, when you make these fictional characters real and relevant, when you think about, hey, that could be my life, that could be somebody's life that a family member's lived or a friend's lived, you realize they're not villains. They're people experiencing life within that story. A lot of the members of the book club shared that they were homebodies first, right? So this is to the people who are like, okay, I want to get out there, but I don't know anybody. I didn't know anyone who has participated in this book club before I joined the book club, right? A lot of women talked about being homebodies, working from home, being empty nesters, and just really looking for connection and wanting friendships outside of work and family. I know for me personally, I want to have something that belongs to me, right? This is my space. So I don't even really invite like my family and friends to the book club meetings because I want it to be my own thing that I get to go to, attend and participate and enjoy, and just be Lisa, a part of Black Girls Who Read, instead of Lisa, the mom, the sister, the daughter, the cousin, the nana. I just want to be within that realm of space. So I leave it kind of closed off to family and friends. Although I want them to read, I just don't want them to read with me in my book club meetings. And it's so funny to me when I think about the fact that we came in as strangers, but we realized we were all looking for the same thing, a sense of community. So I want to encourage anyone who's thinking about, should I or should I not join a book club? If you're saying, hey, I want to make friends, I'm new to the city that I'm in, book clubs are one of those things, because everybody doesn't like to go to the club. I know I don't. Everybody doesn't like, certain activities. But if you're a reader, you enjoy reading, you're looking to build friendships, learn from different perspectives, check out your local book club. And also, whatever city and state you're in, there might be a Black Girls Who Reads book club where you are. So look for that as well. One of the things you get out of book clubs, aside from connection, is accountability. Because, hey, if we're reading and reviewing that book by the end of the month, then that means you need to have your book read and done, right? So then it makes you be like, yeah, I gotta finish my book. I'm not gonna watch this TV show today, or I'm gonna read XYZ chapters before bed to make sure I'm ready for the book club meeting. And what I loved is so many women came in and they were excited to discuss the book. I mean, I had moments, I had my questions prepared, but the conversation flowed, and I kind of said, hey, I'm not going to interrupt. I'm not going to ring a bell. I'm not going to say, wait a minute, I need to ask my next question, because I wanted to hear what everyone thought about the book. I wanted to hear their ideas and allow people who said that they're usually in a shell. When I saw certain participants who introduced themselves and described themselves as quiet, as a homebody, and they were sharing about the book, I was quiet as a mouse because I wanted them to get out of their shell and see how that form of community that they decided to join was a good idea for them. So, briefly, I want to discuss with you guys the book An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. Now, I don't know who's read it, so I'm not going to really give any spoilers, but we'll just say in this book, you're either going to like the main female character, Celestial, or you might dislike her. Now, the book club, they had a consensus that they did not like her. And the book is on the theme of loyalty, marriage, incarceration, expectations, and making difficult choices. And I would recommend this book to anybody who's like, okay, I'm just looking for a book that is a solid read. One of the things that I mentioned when we were having our meeting is, a book is well written when you find yourself not liking a character in the book. So when book club members said they didn't like Celestial, I was like, yes, Miss Jones, you wrote that book and you wrote it well. So guys, like I said, I'm not going to do a full review of the book. If you decide to read it, comment in the comments what you thought about the book and how you felt about the main female character in the book. I want to remind you guys, book clubs are important. They create opportunities for real connection. And I want to know in the comments, are you a part of a book club? If not, tell me why you're not. And if you are, tell me why you are. Guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And remember, books bring people together in powerful ways. Sometimes we show up for the book, but we stay for the community. And that's one of the reasons why the story never ends. Thank you for joining me on my page today. It has been a pleasure chatting with you guys.